Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And this is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework for accountability and also showing you the behind the scenes of my day-to-day operations as a solo consultant that makes roughly 400 to 500k per year. Last month I did around 44k in cash with 94% profit. So that takes me closer to the 500k mark. I start by answering your questions. This means that you can ask your question down below in the comment section. Then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. Then I'll show you my business stats, which is basically just like me going through this Google sheet every single day, showing you the growth of my social channels, but also how much money that I make and how much money I spend. Then I'll talk a little bit about what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow. And last but not least, I do some live strategy where I talk about how I'm planning on hitting my goal of doing $1 million a year in personal profit. So the things that I do to fix my bottlenecks and the thoughts that I have while operating it. So it's nice. This is the channel you're watching right now. I head into community and then I find a comment that I haven't interacted with. And the first one is from Oliver that just said, would just prior this in your calendar, not change the format. Thanks for sharing the doc. Good notes, bro, on how to keep the format going. And then we got a pitch on a guy that wants to edit for me. The whole point of this channel is that I don't edit anything. So no thanks, brother. The next thing is business stats, which is this sheet that I fill out, and I track my main YouTube channel, my Instagram, my daily updates YouTube channel, and then also the revenue and cash collected and cost. So my daily updates channel is currently sitting on 370 subscribers, and my main YouTube channel is at 6433. So 6433. On my Instagram, I use Blast Up, is at 21088. Not 88 but 8 and 370 for the daily updates. Then we have revenue and cash. So I head into my payment processor and I can see that yesterday I made $2,339 in revenue, but also cash, of course. There we go. And yesterday, let me pull out the phone to check the business account. No money spent. What a day. What a day to be alive. Currently for the month, we're sitting on $30,000 in cash and $70,000 in rev. So pretty decent when you're considering I'm not taking on any new clients. It's just in renewals and split payments from my current clients, which is my number one priority. When I'm not serving them, then I'm spending time on writing my program and creating content. So yeah. To-do list, if you've watched this channel for a while now, you know that I take Saturdays mostly off. I usually spend the day like listening to podcasts or writing stuff or doing like some very, very light work. And that's what I did today as well. I played some Counter-Strike as well, which was very nice. I hit the gym, hit the sauna. I just got back, so it's a little bit late now. That's why I'm rushing through it. This might not be the right word, but close to it at least. So today's just been a pretty chill day, not gonna lie. But yeah, tomorrow I'm planning on finishing the YouTube video that I'm currently writing about ads, and then I want to build some stuff on the program. I want to throw up an Instagram reel that I have in the bank, and then I want to probably test my new camera that I've hooked up as a webcam to how I'm gonna use it in the best possible way for YouTube. I don't know if I like this angle or if I need to fix another setup, but I wanna sort that tomorrow so that I can get going next week with content, so that my content agency is happy, so that I actually deliver them something that they can edit. And then yeah, just building the program. It takes a lot of time to build the program and write everything out, especially because my workflow currently with the program is involving a graphic designer, because I want to make sure that most of the stuff that I do is branded, which adds another step instead, because for example I've built multiple video courses before. I built three versions of my previous one, coaching business. So, and that was like very written out in like a lot of text and then with a video attached of me. But this time I'm challenging myself on making the videos a lot shorter and a lot more focused around the implementation rather about the information, because my audience this time is way more educated and they prioritize speed over a bunch of information and consuming a lot of things. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time on challenging myself of taking, let's say, me yapping about ads for 5 minutes to see if I can turn it into a model or something visual that can maybe be explained and understood in 2 minutes instead, for example. So it's not to say that I won't include the information. I just want to make sure that it's formatted in a way better way. So the workflow now is, right, I serve my clients. They are like my number one priority. Based on the problems that my clients are facing, then I create an asset, right? I create an asset that I can use for other clients, right? So this means that if I have one client that asks me about, hey Fred, do you have some good creatives for retargeting ads? Then that is definitely not the only client that is struggling right now with retargeting ads and in the future. So then I make an asset. An asset, right, can be an SOP, so a step-by-step guide. It can be a framework that can be duplicated as a template or step-by-step, like following along, that can be used for this person. So here is how to set up a retargeting ad. Use this template for your audience call out, problem, desired state, proof of concept, and call to action, following the ad along, for example. And then basically what I now have added as the fourth step here is to brand this, right? So I want to brand it as digital coffee, and an official model of the digital coffee. So I have a graphic designer that then takes the asset and then turns it into a branded asset for me, so that I can include it in my school. I'll have all of my modules hosted on school, and then a video attached of me explaining it together with text, but also together with a step-by-step guide, right? So there's the model for the visual, there's the video for the elaboration, there's the text for the understanding, and then there's the implementation and kind of like the, what's the English word? Scabellon, template, of course. I just said it, so that people can actually follow it extremely fast and without much friction. Because I can give people the world's best video about retargeting ads, but they would way more appreciate a good template that has been battle tested, right? And I've probably spent close to $50,000 on retargeting ads alone, right? So I know what works in retargeting and what doesn't. So that's why it's taking such a long time to build this program. And also because it's, for me, it's this business is obviously for cash flow, and it's obviously a business that I probably cannot sell, but it's still a business that I want to run for the next 3 to 5 years. And the product is the backbone. It is the reason why people coming back. It is the main thing that gets people results. So it has to be really, really good. So I want to challenge myself to actually build something incredibly good this time, instead of just throwing something together. Because I could probably have done 100K this month if I had pushed on ads and acquisition and sales calls and one-on-one, but I would have cried my eyes out next month if I had to deliver on all of that. Because right now the only way that I can get people good results is by spending a lot of time with them. And I love spending time with my clients, but I only love spending time with my clients when I have the energy for it. And I don't have energy for spending 5 or 6 hours every single day on calls. That would be me fucking over my clients by giving them 70% of me and my mental capacity. So right now I have calls, and then the next day I'm basically tired from the 4 to 5 hours of calls that I had. So I reset a little bit, do a lot of creative work, content and writing and these things, and then I repeat Wednesday with calls, Thursday off. Not off in like me lying on the couch, but off in a sense of I'm not showing up and talking to a bunch of people. And then Friday calls. And I love that schedule. It actually works really well because I also enjoy talking to my clients. But I'm also extremely involved in their business, which means there's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of trackers, there's a lot of things to consider. That is not like, oh, I think you should run this thing. It's like, we fucking need to make the right choice here, because the right choice can either make my clients 10 or 15K a month more, or it can fuck up their business, you know? So I don't take that for granted. That's some reflection on program and mentorship and what season to prioritize what in. And I also wanted to give you my workflow for how I'm going about building this program. And I really like this workflow. The cool part is that I can take all of this, right? I can take this entire workflow And then when the program is done, I basically have infinite YouTube videos, right? Because every single SOP framework, asset, branded guideline, whatever you want to call it, can be turned into its own YouTube video, right? Where I frame the asset and focus on the asset, and I basically turn the asset into information instead of implementation. So all of you people that are not clients, you won't get the framework. I promise you, I will not give you it, but I'll of course try my best to educate you on a specific topic. But all the frameworks and implementations and these things that I'm spending a lot of time on is for my clients only. They are 10 times more important than you watching this video right now. Sorry, not sorry. I still love making these videos and I hope that you get something from them. But I've realized that my client relationship is 100 times more important to me than my subscriber or follower relationship. And that's probably the reason why when people become clients, they don't want to go back to being just a follower. And that's why 75% of people renew. So shout out to my clients. They're the top G's. I appreciate you watching this video. I'll watch some Stormester. If you're Danish, you know. If you're not Danish, then you can't watch it. So I'm sorry. But we'll see each other tomorrow.